I'd like to show you the new ways that you can share your dashboards that you have created within Veezoo with your coworkers. For this demonstration, I've set up 3 users within a new organization. We have Lucas here. He's the admin, and we can see here he has created an orders board besides his default board. We have Fred. He has a customers board. And we have Anna, who has so far only has her default board. Now Fred, as I said, he has his customers board here, and he thinks it's pretty useful. And he'd like to share it with Lucas. And he can do so by clicking here on these 3 dots, clicking on share, and then selecting Lucas to share this board. Click on share. And now when we reload Lucas's page, we'll see that the customers board shows up here as well. Now, as you can see here, the board cannot be edited by Lucas, and that's because he's not the owner of the board. But by pressing on these 3 dots here, you can create a copy, and then he could edit that copy. He can also unsubscribe from the board, and now it does no longer show up here. Now, this customers board that Fred created is pretty popular within the organization, and instead of sending it to each person individually, he'd like just to make it generally accessible to everyone. He can do that as well by clicking here once again on this and update his sharing. And now going down here to general access and selecting organization. By clicking on update sharing, this board is now accessible for everyone. So if Anna, for example, would also like to have this board, she can search for it by clicking on this icon here. And now it shows up here. She can preview the board as well to check that this is indeed the one that she'd like to have. And click on subscribe. And now it shows up here as well. Now, as I previously mentioned, Lucas is the admin, so he has a little extra features. He'd like to share his orders board with everyone as well, but he'd like it to show up with everyone by default. So he can click here on organization and click on add to everyone's sidebar by default. When he clicks this, we can reload the pages once again, and the orders board is gonna show up by default for all the users. That's it.